Right, I'm live. My beard's all curly. Why is my beard all curly? That's funky. Anyway. Right. I just pulled a extra long red hair out of my beard. Just by accident, apparently. It's shedding. That was not a particularly long one. Anyway, yeah. So it's LiveTUBBS Weekly, and you know the drill. I basically let you know about what's happening or what's been happening this week, and we normally pick the topics for next week, and go from there, basically. However, it's probably going to be a bit of a short one because we are not doing the picking of the topics, and I will get to why pretty soon. So I wasn't centered, and I was just making sure that I'm centered. Yeah, so this week has been a bit of a weird one because I came back from the sci-fi convention. I came back late. Oh my god, now I'm yawning. There we go. I came back late from the sci-fi convention. I came back on Tuesday or Wednesday. I came back on Tuesday, and then I began continuing work and began uploading videos again to the LiveTUBBS channel on Wednesday. And then Wednesday evening, I get an email telling me that basically my YouTube channel has been terminated, and I find out that basically the YouTube, I keep saying basically, I'm sorry, the YouTube channel, the LiveTUBBS channel has been deleted because of what they described as so I thought I saw a bug. I don't know why. From what they described as repeat offences of the community guidelines regarding to explicit content, sexually explicit content. That's what it was. And what I have to say to that is basically what I normally say about this. I'm not trying to be sexually explicit when I do anything. Everybody's got like their own kink and stuff, and basically anything you can say, basically anything is sexually explicit. Literally anything. Like I'm wiping my eye right now, and oh my god, I bet you that people find this fucking sexy. Like people with like eye fetishes will find this incredibly sexy. So you can flag that right away. Like, oh, he's wiping his eyes so hard. That's so good. Let me just jack off to that some more. So, yeah. Why? With the yawning, why? I swear to God, I'm not tired. Why was the eye stinging? Just when I'm streaming. I'm actually getting pissed off with this. Just when I'm streaming. You can ask any of my friends. They will tell you that I'm not continuously wiping my eye and I'm not continuously fucking yawning. Hopefully that's fixed it for a little bit. That's great. Okay. No more with the eye shit. No more with the eye shit. So yeah. So like I said, that was a bit of a bummer. Basically, that YouTube has taken down that channel. But this is the exact reason why I have other channels and stuff. So I'm not that bummed about it. They did, however, underline a couple of things that kind of made me that basically I'm not going to upload anything this week to YouTube this week coming. Well, it's Monday now in the UK. because of this, because I'm basically just laying low for a little bit. This is the only thing that's going up on YouTube. I want to break something. That's, oh my god. Yeah. I'm with the eye. I'm with the eye. Okay. Okay. I get it. This is bullshit. So there was that. I then I did what the small amount of work that I did have, I then finished. So yeah, I've not had any work last week. I didn't have any work. So I don't know what that's about. Essentially, I just didn't get any assignments from work from my job, so which is weird in itself. And for some reason, basically, commissions have just been flat. I finished all of my commissions before I went to the sci-fi convention. So essentially, no work. Odd. And this is the weird, bizarre part that I'm kind of very cross with myself for being this person's friend in the first place. And then essentially, I lost a friend. Somebody that I thought was a friend, because I'm depressed. So yeah, I'm not feeling the love. It's supposed to be like after Love Day, after Valentine's Day, it was just kind of like all went downhill. You know? Actually, no, it's just before Valentine's Day. Or was this on that? I don't know. Essentially, should be crazy. Should be crazy. Just like, yeah. I've also got like random family shit that's going on as well. So yeah, this week has been a bit shitty. I normally have one day a year that basically is like the day of hell. I used to call it the day of hell. And that's when a bunch of bullshit all happened to me at once. And it kind of, when I moved here, it basically stopped happening, you know. I stopped having one shitty day, and it just kind of like, just little things happened, little bits of bullshit just happened to me every now and again. So yeah, I don't know what that is. However, I might reclaim the week of hell instead, because that's what seemed to happen just last week. So yeah, ironically, Valentine's Day, which we had on Thursday instead, was actually pretty good. That one wasn't actually sucky, but the rest of the days kind of were sucky. I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't know. I didn't intend to come on here and moan at you guys. I know it's none of your guys' fault. I'm not looking for like people to pity me or anything like that. I'm just kind of wondering, what's the deal? What is the deal with all of the bullshit happening? I know there's bad things happening to lots of people around the world and stuff like that. I'm not that guy who basically is like, oh, why is this all happening to me? It's like, I get that there's suffering happening, like real suffering happening out there in the world, but Just something nice. Could something nice please happen to me? Just, I'm not, you know, it's not a case of like, oh, you know, I woe is me. It's more of a case of like, why is nothing good happening to me? And I'm not Mother Teresa, although you should really look up Mother Teresa, because she was a piece of shit, and well, there's lots of reasons to why she's a piece of shit. So again, just look it up. It's very, very easy to look up why Mother Teresa was a piece of shit. But I mean, like, I'm not a saint. There you go. That's what I meant. I'm not a saint or anything, but I've done some like pretty nice, good, selfless things in my life. I was going to say this week. Yeah, this week. And I don't really believe in karma. I really don't. But can I have a break from just, you know, not something big nice happening to me. I just like a day of no bullshit. A day of goodness. Even today, I was going pretty good. Sundays are usually pretty good for me because I intentionally try not to do anything but just play on my phone, watch some TV, and hang out with Damon, with my partner. And then I made dinner. And I felt so fucking worthless because I made the wrong pizza for Damon. I asked him what kind of pizza he wanted, and basically, like, I had the options of making the right pizza, and instead, while I was watching TV, I threw this one pizza into the oven, and then kind of got it out, and then I served it to him. And as I was serving it to him, I was like, "That's the wrong pizza, you piece of shit! Why did you make the wrong pizza?" And he was genuinely sad and upset, and I was just like, I'm such a piece of shit. And I know it's not a big deal. I know it's not a big deal. I know he's not gonna hate me for getting him the wrong food, but I was just like, no, I've done the wrong thing. I'm ready to be taken off to the guillotine. What the fuck is wrong with my head? I still feel shitty about this. So yeah, that's my week. That's my week, and there's no voting this time because basically I'm banned from uploading stuff to YouTube. I shouldn't really be doing this live stream. So yeah, this week there's no voting. There's nothing going to be uploaded to YouTube this week. If you want me to upload something, then check out the Pornhub channel or my OnlyFans page, in which case that will probably only be pictures as well. So yeah. I did fall into the trap as well today of basically looking at social media in the wrong way as well. Because when you look at social media, what you should do is basically just feel completely happy for everybody that's posting whatever they are posting on social media, and just be happy for that person, and it's all great. But all I kept thinking, and again, I know this is wrong, but my brain kept going there anyway, was look at all these fucking successful people and how happy they are right now. What's wrong with me? Why can't I be happy right now? You know? By the way, social media, again, I've said this before in the past. You know, if you are down or depressed or whatever, then you probably should stay away from social media, because that is, you know, the what's represented. Shut up, fan. my extractor fan flap outside is going crazy because there's a storm hitting the UK. I don't know if anybody knows this, but yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you shouldn't look at social media because basically what's posted on social media is the best representation of that person's life. You know, it's not actually what they're really going through or what they're experiencing. Most of the time, most people are going to just post all of the good things that are happening to them. So it will make them seem, it will make it seem like their life is super happy and successful. So yeah. I mean, if you look at my Facebook currently, then basically you'll just think that I'm leather doggy daddy, as somebody put it the other day. So yeah, if you look at my Twitter, then you'll think that I'm some kind of furry pervert. So yeah, I'm a furry. I'm not a pervert. Just want to get that out. I'm a furson. I want that to be the thing instead of furry. I want to be called a furson. It's really annoying. I hate the term furry for some reason. I don't know what it is, but just recently, furry sounds weird to me, and furson sounds way better. You know, I'm a furson. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to read some of the chat because it has been happening, and I do appreciate you guys being here and stuff. I really do. So yeah, my boss at work asked if he could watch me masturbate in front of him. I'm kind of into the concept. Well, if you're into it, if he's into it, go for it. I mean, what are you gonna lose? What are you gonna lose? What can he do? You know, get it in a text message so that basically you have something. You know, if he's basically saying, if you know, he can't use this against you because it's like you asked me to do it. You know, what the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, but if you're both into it, then go nuts. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Never ever let anybody you love make you feel bad about yourself. The problem is, Oren. The problem is, I love Damon. Damon loves me. You know, he doesn't do things to intentionally make me feel bad. It's just that, like, he inadvertently made me feel bad, and it's not his fault. It's actually completely my fault. And I knew that but basically he wasn't doing this to make me feel bad. He just was like, I thought I asked for this, and I was like, oh shit, yes you did. I'm a fucking dumbass. So yeah, I don't know why, but my brain just kept going to the you know, why didn't you make the right pizza? What's wrong with you, kind of thing. It's not, yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, he didn't do it intentionally to make me feel bad. My brain feels bad about stuff regardless of people's intentions for some reason right now. So yeah. It wasn't like my other friend, well, my ex friend, who basically knew that I was depressed, knew I was feeling bad, and intentionally said shit to basically make me feel worse. So yeah, that person needs a human check to check to see if they are feeling this themselves. So yeah. Okay, I'm pulling out the big guns. I'm actually going to get some eye spray. So yeah. Hey Tubbs, go big hugs and me. Thank you, Jeff. I do need some of those. I really do. You're not quite a fervor, not quite a lunar. No, I am a lunar. Although I don't understand. I don't like the term lunar either, and I am furry, but I don't like the term furry. So yeah. Is your eye okay? It's fine. It's just doing the shit that it does whenever I'm on stream, even though I haven't done any drawing today. Basically, my eye loves to be a shit when I'm on stream. Oh my god, that feels so much better. I mean, I've got beads of liquid in my eyelash, but I don't care because my eyes feel way better. Anyway, that's eye spray that you can't get in America. Optrax. Anyway, yeah, my eye's okay. I know, yeah, I know. So yeah, like I said, there's no voting or anything tonight. I've recently found a couple of really good series on Amazon Prime, the UK version of Amazon Prime, and I've been going through those after watching Picard and being really frustrated at Picard. Oh my God, do I want to talk about this? But I got no one to talk about it with. So yeah. Oh wait a minute, FMF, you're here. Picard, Star Trek, talking. Oh my God, we can totally no doubt on Star Trek. Have you seen Picard? Do you know why I'm super frustrated? E.C. Henry's already pointed out many of the glaring annoyances that I have with the show, but yeah, I haven't seen it at all. Shit, dude! What the? Oh my God! Oh, so yeah, I absolutely have nobody to talk about with this. Oh my God! I'm trying to think of ways to talk about this without giving spoilers. It's really irritating. You haven't seen Discovery? Oh, wow. Well, yeah. Likewise. It's just I don't sleep. I know you would, Jeff, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I had a huge argument with Damon, and Damon hasn't seen it, so I had a huge argument with Damon about this one thing that's really annoying. Right, I'm just gonna go with one thing, and it's not really a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler because I'm going to frame it in a different way. So there is a planet, and this planet, I don't know why I did the planet. It's a planet. You know what a planet is. I know you're not a moron. Anyway, so there's a planet. I did it again, and this planet has an issue where it's a good enough temperature, and it essentially I'm not going to say where the planet is or whatever, but it's a terraformed planet, and it has for some reason got a combustible layer of its atmosphere. Now I know a bit about terraforming and Starfleet terraforming. I know a bit about this planet, and I know what's going on here. They want to, but they have in their script of their show that this planet has a combustible, that basically there's been some kind of ignition of this combustible layer of this atmosphere. I know there's no combustible layer of this thing's atmosphere. How could you ignite a non-combust? This is pissing me off so much, and I'm just trying to enjoy the fucking story of the episode. But oh my God, why? Ugh. So yeah. Wait, there was a planet like that in Enterprise. There was, but they actually explain that there is a combustible layer in the upper troposphere. I think they said that it was, even though troposphere, I don't know. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like something that's on a star, not a planet's atmosphere. Anyway, yeah, that's a different thing, and that it was combustible, and there were things to do with that. But this isn't the same planet. The planet I'm thinking of, the planet that was in this episode, basically, it has its atmosphere was on fire, even though there's no bits of the atmosphere that can be on fire. So yeah. So there's that, and that's just one thing. If you follow E.C. Henry's channel, then you also know about on Picard they have a bunch of Discovery ships flying around. They're a bunch of like 150-year-old ships just flying around. They seem to be the primary ships that are flying around. They even deliver Picard to another part of the Earth. Yeah, so there's that. Also, Romulans have a multitude of accents that sound very Earth-like, which I find hilarious. There's a woman Romulan who has a Irish accent, and it's like, why do you have a Dublin accent? You're a Romulan, and it's not like she grew up in Dublin. She grew up on Space Dublin, apparently, because she's a refugee. So what? Yeah, there's also lots of Romulans with English accents as well, which is kind of hilarious. I always find that funny. They're just talking like a human. It's like, what the fuck? You know, I'm not being discriminatory against Romulans, but like they had a character set of what Romulans act and sound like and stuff on the show before. None of them have acted just human. They're all acting human. So yeah. Only one I watched recently involved a station called Yorktown. Yeah, I fucking hate that place. I love that place so much. From a design point of view, it's annoying. It's just irritating. It's obnoxious. We've got this fancy pants giant space station that's just like, it's new, it's great, it's amazing, and it's fully populated even though it's new, great, and amazing. And we're gonna put this very fragile looking space station that's made mostly out of space glass next to a debris field, a very dense debris field. You know, it's a bunch of pointy rocks just right there, but we're going to put our giant glass space station right next to that thing. What can go wrong? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Also, why have a space station? Why make it a space station? It looks like why don't you just have it a giant floating habitat? Why do you have to make it the most complicated space station you can have? You know, I don't understand that. It just stupid. Beyond, Star Trek Beyond. So I was trying to remember the name of the film. So yeah. William Baker says, Owen Canning, would you have done it? Otherwise, I find it quite upsetting. What? About... Oh wait, no, sorry, I've only just read that. I remember a few years ago, a chap asked me me to step on snails for his enjoyment. No. I had those little buggers lined up to step on before I thought, is this the person you want to be? Is this the person you want to be? Yeah, that's just icky and weird. I don't understand why it's icky and weird, but in my head it's just like that sounds just wrong. Again, that's my opinion though. You know, other people might fucking hate snails. I know. My friend Ian basically hates snails because and he kills them. He killed a bunch of them right in front of me, and I was like, oh no, Ian, don't do that. I wasn't going to stop him from doing it, but it was like, you know, he hates these snails. They're invading his garden. He's got the right to murder them. So yeah. Yeah, I live on fertile land here, so basically it's like there are slugs and snails and shit outside my house all the time. Some of them even try to come into my office. It's really irritating. Clues about Star Trek stories. It's okay, James. You don't have to be. I watch Galaxy Railways for my space adventures. I have no idea what that is. Oh no! Are you just quoting me? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it myself because, like I said, here snails they're just everywhere. I don't even like touching slugs or snails because they're very slimy. It's very weird texture to me. It's just odd. Even touching the shell of a snail is kind of weird. But Damon just does it. He can pick it up and put it somewhere else. He doesn't kill them either. I realize I should be sitting like this because I actually hurt my wrist quite badly. Although it's probably not something to do with my wrist. I've got a feeling that this might have something to do with the fact that a lot of my bones in my wrist have been broken and reset a couple of times. In my left wrist, more surprisingly than my right wrist. My right wrist has always been fine. It's odd, even though the bones have been broken in there once. So yeah. But yeah, my wrist has started to hurt randomly. James says anime. Okay. Got a lot of people on tonight for a short stream. For something that I was just telling myself that I'm just going to have a short stream. It's not going to be that bad. Got quite a lot of people on tonight. Why can't all of you guys be here for the voting stuff? I'll do it with this wrist instead. Stupid. Anyway, I've basically said what I was going to say about the random bullshit that's been happening to me. So if anybody wants to ask me a question or talk about something, then go for it. If in case anybody's wondering, the other show that I've been watching after Picard has been called, oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. The Crossing? Poke the screen and see if I can wake it up. No, I have to put my fingerprint in. You'll probably play it. Yeah, The Crossing. It's called The Crossing. And it's pretty good. I'm not going to spoil what it is about, but it's pretty good. I was surprised. What else have I been watching? I've been trying to find just stuff to catch up on and stuff, but I don't know. Tubbs, is that your chair making that sound? Just curious. No, it's the extractor fan because there's a storm hitting the UK. I did say this in the middle. I think it was just before you came on. There's a storm hitting the UK, so it's quite windy outside. So yeah. So it's just my extractor fan because the flap on the outside is flapping. So that's what the noise is. Sorry about that. The door's actually moving a lot as well. I think that the snail smashers enjoy your killing bugs and making a mess. I don't understand it, but boys will be boys. We need to get our stuff done. We need to get our stuff done. What? Yeah. I get the squishing stuff, but I don't get squishing live things. You know, I find that particularly iffy. I saw you, spider. It just came out into the middle of the floor and then ran back to the corner. I saw. Yeah. Yeah, I understand squishing stuff, but I don't understand squishing living things. It's just that's a bit weird to me, you know. I'm very much a pacifist. I work with oysters. Can't focus on anything else at the moment, to be honest. Okay. Weekend's been mostly work on moving junk out of the house I rent a room out of. Okay. Ow. For some reason, I've had like a few randomly large like spots on the back of my head. At least I think that I've been finding more of them. I might just have just spots on the back of my head, but I don't know, because when I scratch the back of my head, I don't usually catch anything. But when I do catch a spot on the back of my head, it fucking hurts. The Crossing is one of those shows that isn't aired in the US because of licensing issues. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. That's the case for a bunch of shows in the US anyway, in the UK as well. If you had a VPN, you could probably watch it. It's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't have a VPN. I have a VPN, but I don't use it for that kind of stuff because there's not much stuff I want to see, you know. Somebody keeps trying to get me to see the Nick, and look out for an actor called Chris Sullivan, who I believe was Taserface, because he's cute in the Nick or something. I don't know, but somebody keeps trying to get me to. Well, a couple of my friends are basically like, "You already like this character. He's really something nice to look at," and it's like, what? I don't get it. I looked him up, and it's like, yeah. I mean, he's a bear, but his character in that in particular, what is about his character in that particular that I'd like. So yeah, I've got to find the Nick. But I can't find that anywhere on any streaming platforms that I own anyway. So that's a bit of an annoying one. But yeah, I don't really watch anything, so it's kind of stupid. Storm Dennis has battered the hatches here. I am in Cornwall, and the southwest seems to be getting the brunt of it. No, I've looked at satellite maps. I think you'll find that Ireland, once again, because this happens fairly frequently, Ireland is getting the fuck kicked out of it. Like, it's getting the shit kicked out of it so badly. And this isn't something new. Ireland continuously gets hit by storms. So that's just one of those things. I was actually born with emergency power to the hospital. I was born under while the hospital was under emergency power because there was that particular storm in '87 that was like huge, completely destroyed bunch of my hometown in Ireland, and it was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Hospital though, kind of important building, so they kind of like made it strong and gave it lots of emergency power. So yeah. My mum was able to get to the hospital and I was able to be born, so that's nice. Somebody was telling me, why are they naming storms all of a sudden in the UK? And it's like, then I don't see what the big deal is, because in Ireland they name the storms, they name all those storms. So yeah, I kind of like it. Storms, I was born of this. So I'm fine with storms. I like storms. Storm weather's like my thing. I love storms. At the sci-fi convention, I often went outside to basically just stand in the wind because it was so nice. So yeah. Stay safe. I'm fine. This is, you know, this is fine. I know what you mean, as I love coach/PE teacher type people trying to tell me that you'll love this guy or this one's a hottie and it's just a regulation football teacher. What? Okay. They even named snowstorms here, which is ridiculous to me. Apparently, it wants some attention. I think my roof even moved then. There are no snowstorms here, which is ridiculous. Yeah. Time for both for me. Boys, just, oh, fuck's sake. Time for both for me, yeah. You rules. Was that the thing? And now I've got an itch on my back. Just all of the things. All of the things. Anything else that you guys have got for me? Any other questions or comments or anything you want to say before I leave? Because, like I said, I was going to try to keep this one short, so and I've run out of things to say, and I just want to be like sad by myself. Just for a little bit in the storm. Honestly, stuffed and falling asleep, so I have nothing to ask. Oh. FMF, can I was going to say, can I also have that, please? That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Also belly rubs. Try to rest. Oh God, you're talking about sleep. I'm already triggered with the yawning stuff. My eyes aren't stinging, they've just got extra moisture because I yawned. I've got even more extra. Just want to go to Vegas already, please. Can I just do that? Yeah. Did you have pizza for dinner? I didn't, actually. I had sweet and sour chicken, teriyaki style. Sweet and sour. Don't know what made it teriyaki style, but basically it was going to go off in the fridge. It was a ready meal that we had from after the sci-fi convention, and essentially it was going to go off. And Damon didn't want it. He wanted pizza instead. So he got pizza, and I made myself that. And that was quite nice. That was quite nice. I had a small dinner today because basically just the one ready meal and chips, because I had a bunch of snacky food. Like I said, I have done nothing today but just play on my phone and watch bad TV. Well, fairly bad TV. I watched Picard, so yeah. I just don't know what to do myself, to be honest. Well, I do know what I'm going to be doing this week. This week coming, I'm going to basically be doing a bunch of drawing. Basically, just drawing for a couple of my friends. So basically, I'm not getting paid to do that. So, you know, there's that. But I mean, it's fun. So I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully, I'm going to be doing some gardening, maybe. And oh my god, just going to actually be trying to do some cleaning. And yeah, there's going to be an art class, but I don't know when the art class is going to be over on the meadow, over on that channel. But yeah, that'll be good because I've got to get going with my funky new art project, so that'll be good. I'm painting a space station. I don't mean I'm going up and painting an actual space station. I'm doing a painting of a space station. So yeah. So. Oh, by the way, Tobacco Tubs has been deleted from YouTube, just as I get a new pipe that's really nice. It kind of looks a bit weird, but it feels nice in my hand. So yeah. And it came in a really nice box, but I don't know what to do with the box. To be honest, it's a semi-cheapy box. You know, it's kind of a cheapy box, but it's like, yeah. But that's nice. I'm not going to keep it on there because I've got a pipe rack, so I can keep it on the rack. But it's like, I got a box. I don't know what I'm going to do with the box, but I got a nice box. How great the drawing is looking. The drawing? What drawing? Oh, you mean the space station drawing? The spaceship. The spaceship that I've got my finger covering up. And if you know what the hotel looks like, then it kind of looks like the spaceship that I did for it. And for the new hotel, because we're not going to that hotel for the sci-fi convention anymore. We're going to a new hotel, and I've made it into a space station because it's a bigger hotel. It's more spread out, so it kind of matches the space station. I did the layout and everything for it. Hey, when you work, when you basically are just doing nothing but security and sitting in an office, in the security office, then essentially you got a lot of free time. So yeah, I had a lot of time to basically look up the new hotel, look up the layout of the hotel, and then pretend like it's a space station, and then draw that space station. So yeah, it's a nice pipe, but it's kind of like it's kind of big, you know, like it takes a lot of tobacco and it lasts for ages. It's actually, I've figured out that its bowl, it's very, very, very cavernous. Like I can stick my thumb in it, you know. No, I don't have any other pipes that I can actually stick my thumb in them, you know. It's also new, so my thumb isn't that dirty from doing that. So yeah, it basically takes up like half of my tobacco. But I mean, it lasts for a long time. It's just that essentially it lasts for 2 days because I don't actually smoke that much. I basically like I have a bit I light my pipe after dinner, and then essentially I will continue smoking that pipe. You know, I'll put it down because I'll be doing something when I come back in here after dinner, and then in the morning, if it basically still has tobacco in it, like this is my after dinner pipe, and you can see that it's still full, but I haven't tamped that down. So it's like, yeah, so that thing lasts for like 2 or 3 days. Anyway. Oh, to be in the position where you won't even bother reading your own viewers' comments and completely ignore them instead. What? I might miss something every now and again, but essentially I do read everything that I do try to read everything that's on the live chat that I can. What? Come on, I'm type faster. I'm waiting for your response. Owen says I only smoke after dinner. Okay. Yeah, I have like I said, I normally have like 1 pipe a day myself. Usually it's after dinner, so or after I've eaten. Will I come back and I'll enjoy the rest of it? Sometimes the next day after breakfast or something. I don't know. Yeah, Owen, I'm starting to believe that is the thing that's happening right now. So I might have missed one of your comments or something. Is that what happened? Yeah, I missed somebody's comments. Probably just one time as well, and also they're butthurt about it. Won't even leave a response. I mean, I've read that one out. Did they just type that and then fuck off? I think they did that. I think they might have just typed that and then fucked off. You always read the comments tabs, so no problem at all. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll respond, but by the time I leave. I even read the comments on videos and stuff. There's not, but to be frank, there's not many comments on my videos usually. You know, there's a bunch of comments on my old videos and stuff. And you know, if I can address whatever the comment is about, then basically I will address it. But most of the time, it's stuff that I kind of either don't want to answer, or basically is stupid to answer, or essentially doesn't need an answer. You know, so yeah. And a lot of repeat questions. A lot of people repeat questions, and I would have answered a question in one of the comments to a video, and essentially somebody still types, you know, the same question when they can't just scroll up. So yeah, it's like me with balloons. A buddy tried to encourage me to pop at about 11 a.m. and I said it's not even noon. I think if it was like after 10, after 9 a.m. maybe, I think it'll be okay. I mean, I live in the middle of the countryside, and basically there is loud gunshots can be heard all the time. You know, gunshots can be heard all the time, by me anyway. Jesus, because of my supersonic hearing. Basically, I hear all of the fucking gunshots, at least one every hour. And a lot of them are bird scarers. A lot of them are actually just like automated, kind of like cartridge things, or something that a farmer sets off in his field. And they're just designed to scare the birds and stuff. But they're basically a gun. It's firing blanks. That's all that a bird scarer is. So yeah. And it's either that or there's somebody nearby shooting something. So living in the countryside, you basically do get a bunch of bangs, and they go off from sometimes like 6 or 7 a.m. In the summer, it can go off at 6 a.m. They are relentless. So yeah, I do not care about when I pop balloons, but I only do that because I can hear when the neighbors are around, when the neighbors are actually when they're in the house. Houses, then essentially I don't do it. I try not to do it. But because I'm in the middle of the countryside and I basically work from home, I've got the option to basically go into the house and then kind of like just pop the balloons whenever I want. So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm very drunk. Okay, well, just for future reference, William Baker, just don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of a bitchy drunk. The red in your beard is showing up quite nicely. Is it really? It might be on one side because I'm leaning. It does that. A lot of people don't notice that. I don't know why it doesn't. It only shows up some of the time. In the summer, when I don't have this light on and it's just natural light, it shows up a lot. Ask Itchy. He's seen me in person. He could tell you that basically my beard redness is kind of like all over the place. A lot of my white chin is showing up as well. and these two white hairs in my beard for some reason on this side show up, but not the one on this side. I don't get it. I don't know why, but balloons feel like an evening thing. It's a party thing. Yeah. The bear event I'm going to in Vegas in April, that actually has a couple of like big lunas are going as well. So I'm debating whether to actually bring one of my giant balloons to give to one of them. Plus, my buddy Matt is a huge Luna, so yeah. Hearing you talking about popping balloons is so hot that I don't even have words for it. Really, I didn't even talk about it that much. I mostly talked about the bird scare. Yes, the white hairs looks great too. Yeah, it must just be a night thing. On my preview, I'm getting a lot of the scanning lines because the light is flickering. But yeah, Buster Balloon Guy is potentially going to show up this time. It's really irritating because Buster, I'm a big fan of him, but I've got a feeling that he thinks I'm slightly creeping on him because I left a couple of comments on a couple of his videos, and I follow him on Twitter. I think he's even got a Pornhub channel, and all of my channels on YouTube are subscribed to him as well. So I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm some kind of weird creep to him. But he just seems like a nice guy. He seems like a fun guy, and I mean he pops balloons, big ones as well. So yeah. But yeah, he just seems like a lot of fun to be around, and it's really irritating that he thinks I'm some kind of creep. And I'm hoping that this year, if he actually does come to the event, that he will see it as just I'm not a creep, and I'll give him a balloon. There you go. Okay. Wow, I was on here for a little longer than I was expecting. I was basically just going to keep this under an hour, and it's just over an hour. So yeah, I should do the bear event in Vegas sometime, but life always has something that it wants me to do instead. Well, I got the opposite problem, that basically it's not the fact that I'm busy. It's usually the fact that I don't have enough money. So yeah, it's like I'm not. I make my plans around the event as opposed to I can't go because I'm doing something else. It's like, oh no, I can't do this thing because I'm going to Vegas. So yeah. Out of all of the bear events though that I've ever been to in my life, that one in Vegas is the best. I mean, what? It's just awesome because it's like, yeah, it's got the pool, it's got the sun, it's got the nice eye candy, free drinks, continuous flow of belly rubs, I mean, that's really nice. I was just sitting in a chair facing the pool, and essentially at night during the leather party, and essentially I was just sitting there and I was just relaxing after I've had a big meal, and essentially like people would just walk by, and as they walk by, just like their hand would just rub the tummy, and it's like, yes, thank you, it felt nice. But yeah, FMF, you should totally come. There was a kind of fursuit as well last year. Yeah, last year. I keep having to train myself to say last year instead of this year now. I hate that. I hate New Year changes. It's annoying. um, but yeah, this is my vacation. This is like the one time I'm totally chilled and relaxed every year. I try to make Sundays a thing, but yeah. So I've actually got an actual eye problem now. There's an actual eyelash in my eye. There we go. I love Buster. I'd love to meet him too. Yeah, like I said, I've been a fan for a long time. So yeah. It's because of the salt and pepper and just the cheeky grins that he does at the camera every now and again. He's cute. He's cute. What can I say? William Baker's talking. He says, I didn't mean to be rude or weird. Okay. It's stupid and I'm sorry. It's fine. I don't have master control of myself when in this drunk. It's weird that the rest of this sentence is fine, apart from that. I mean, this comment is fine, apart from the last bit, which is misspelled because you are drunk, apparently. I feel like that's kind of an excuse, and now you're losing credibility, dude. You're losing a little bit of credibility. If you're this drunk that you don't know if you're being annoying or rude or obnoxious, then maybe you should go. Doesn't matter anyway, I'm going soon. It would be my absolute dream. Ready to meet him? Well, I'll get him a drink for you. If I do see him, I'll get him a drink for you. But like I said, the last 3 times I've been to this event, he said he was going to go. You know, he announced it either on Twitter or on the event itself, or basically on a video, and then he just doesn't show up. And apparently a couple of people do this. I've noticed that a couple of people do this every year. It's not a big deal. They're busy. I get it. It makes sense. Right, guys, any last statements? Because I'm actually going to go because I need to pee a little bit. I don't need to pee a tiny bit of pee. I need to pee, but it's not very urgent. But I do need to go soon. So yeah. Many more hugs and snuggles. Oh god. Excuse me. More hugs and snuggles for you, Tubbs, to help you feel better and enjoy your evening. I'll try. I'll try to feel better. And we'll keep an eye out for art class because I'm going to be doing it around about this time. But I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day because I just don't know how I'm going to feel usually before I go to bed. I wish I could grow a proper beard like you. A buddy of mine has a beard fetish and literally gets hard when people stroke his beard. I don't get that. In fact, I get the opposite because I'm always worried that whenever somebody sticks their hand in my beard, I don't stop them. I just expect them to have the common sense and decency so that when they actually have a finger or fingers in my hair, in my beard hair, and they stroke down, that they will stop before they actually pull a hair out, because some of my hair gets tangled up with other beard hair, and when it does that, sometimes when you stroke down into a beard, you can tug on a hair, and that hurts because it's a single hair being pulled out of my face. So yeah. See, I don't mind beard stroking. Especially if it's on the surface, just like doing this. I mean, that's fine. I've currently got curls on my beard because I had for dinner. It's just easier to do that and let the beard be out of the way and stuff. So basically, I just twist it up and then move it aside. I used to basically just get rubber bands and put it in there, but this is more easier. But it does mean that it curls up. Anyway, yeah, if people are doing this, it's fine. You know, people would put their hand in it and go down. That's harder because they have to be gentle, so they lets the hair separate. Doesn't matter. I'm just talking bullshit now about beard stuff. I made it all uneven because it's usually a lot bushier than this. Like I said, I kind of curled it up a little bit. But yeah. Right. But no, I feel like anybody can no, that's not true. Give enough time, many people can grow a good beard. You know, a good beard. I left out the D for some reason in that last thing. So yeah. But yeah, this was grown for a bet that basically is like, I'm not even sure that the bet exists at the moment. I'm pretty sure that basically everybody's forgotten about it, and this is pointless because the guys that are basically one of the guys that I was doing the bet with is like, wow, you got a nice beard, and it's like, yeah, that's we were all gonna bet on who can keep their beard growing for the longest. Do you not remember this? You're in it. So yeah, but I like how I can just hide a whole pencil in it. It stays there. Like, where is it? Anyway. I know it's complex, but I wish Buster was more present. Present. I don't get it. Is that a joke? Ouch! Yes, that must be careful. They must be careful when doing that. Tub. Well, Itchy's done it. Itchy has done this, and then just kept going, even though he felt resistance. You know. But it's hard to be mad at Itchy. I love bursting balloons, bang, bang, crush them. Okay. At least be polite and respectful. Wow. Your beard looks fantastic. I love it. I can't wait to actually start trimming it because you know, that's part of the bet. This is not trimmed. This is completely wild, untamed beard. And to be honest, I'm probably going to keep it, but I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim the edges because the edges of the beard. The amount of times when I've been in the shower and I just want to wash my ears and end up with beard going around my ear is a pain in the butt. I feel like there's hair in my ear. There isn't. So yeah, these side bits that kind of like stick out and make it look untidy, I'm gonna trim those a little bit, not totally, but a little bit. I was hoping to get like one of those big kind of like metal rings that kind of goes around the hair to kind of like tidy up a little bit. But I don't know where to get those, you know? So I just use rubber bands. He's an adorable try. Exactly. Can I go now? I'm kidding. I don't mind sticking around with you guys, but like I said, I need to pee sometime soon-ish. So, like, I can't stay on forever. Um, I know, I know what that's like. My buddies and I tried farting contest for 2020, and everybody quit on the first day. What the hell is a farting contest? If I don't keep my beard short, it ends up in my mouth when I sleep and chew on it, which is gross. I found that basically, I don't do that mainly because when I'm asleep, my beard ends up just kind of like, it doesn't end up in my face for some reason. It's fairly nice that it basically doesn't end up in my face unless I'm eating, in which case that's why I have to part the beard and do that, show my chin a little bit. I just part my beard, and like I said, I've got 2 rubber bands so I can actually eat my food and stuff, and then basically it doesn't get in my mouth, which is good. When you do that, by the way, when you have a long beard, it kind of stays in 2 bits, and you end up with a beard crack. There we go. Yes, you can go if you need to. I don't need to just yet, but I will need to sometime in the future. A big unkept beard really suits you. It's not. Yeah. It sheds as well. Oh my god, the shedding. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Recently, this is a bit gross, but recently, we basically have a couple of safes in the house, and when we went to the sci-fi convention, one of the safes is basically kept secret underneath a table, and essentially we do cleaning. We clean our house all the time. We clean the floors, but you know, fur and hair for some reason just likes to collect near the safe, and when you pull out the safe, it brings a bunch of hair with it, and I couldn't help but notice that a lot of them are long curly beard hairs. It's not just the regular fur. It's a lot of it is, there's so much beard hair that was around this thing, and it was like, and that's just in one room of the house. It's what the fuck. Yeah, it does, like, you get random shedding of beard hair everywhere. It's terrible. I don't know, does anybody have a dog? Has anybody basically done the thing where you have a dog and it molts, and you have a carpet area of your house, and you basically have to do the thing where you kind of have to brush the carpet to get the hair out of the carpet, and it basically it's like big fur balls, like sometimes this big. It's like, I could have another beard with this amount of beard that I've dropped on the floor. I can have another dog with the amount of fur that I've just pulled out of the carpet. That's kind of how it was. It was terrible. It was bad. I like your beard crack. It's very sexy. Okay. No, if you part a long beard, then basically it loves to stay parted for a long time. Basically, if I was to do this for long enough, then it will basically part again, because it just does. It just does that. So yeah, I know somebody who basically has a very, 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 very long beard, and they have similar issues with it and stuff. And what they do is they have to kind of scrunch it up and then twist it around like this in one way. like that. So it's all twisted in one way, and that kind of gets all the beard hairs around it kind of like joined back together again, and then you just kind of like comb it, but don't separate it again, because then it will be like that. And you said that that works, and yes, that works, but it doesn't really reset the beard until I actually go in the shower. It just kind of makes a big kind of pointiness to the beard. I don't know. Nobody talks about beard cracks or beard dandruff. These are important issues. I don't have beard dandruff. Is that a thing? I don't really get dandruff anyway, so I don't get dandruff in my hair. It might be because I've always used Head and Shoulders because it's just nicer. You know, it's something that doesn't make my hair feel like it, or my head feel like it's going to fall off. But yeah, I didn't know about beard dandruff. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was just if you have just generally flaky skin, but that would just happen, I guess, maybe. But I don't have that problem. I'm looking at my shirt now. Well, I'm trying to look at my shirt, but I've got random beard molting. Beard molting. But yeah, I don't have any dandruff. I do have a couple of beard hairs because I've just messed with my beard again. So yeah. I am familiar with giant fur balls from pets. I used to love them though. I used to love those. Yeah, but that was when I was brushing the dogs. Whenever I brushed the dogs, I basically would like brush the dogs, and one of the dogs in particular really liked being brushed. So he kind of considered it to be a treat. But he was a big fluffy fur ball in the first place, and essentially it was like when I'd get all of the fur off of the brush and put it in a pile, but the pile would turn into a ball instead, and basically I would put it outside and watch it roll around in the wind in the back garden. So yeah, that would be chucked in the compost or something. I can't remember exactly what we did to them. We didn't just throw it away. I think we put it in the compost because apparently it's good for like filtration in plants or something. I don't know what it does. It does something for the plants. My mother was the gardener, and apparently that's the thing. So yeah. William Baker wants to be known as Fart Boy, apparently. So yeah. Because he can't be saying fart boy to me. He can't be calling me a fart boy because, you know, I'm not a boy. I'm a man. So yeah. Owen, don't tell him to shut up. He won't like it. It's a thing. I love your beard as it is now and when it gets wet and curly. Yeah, I used a hairdryer. I used a hairdryer. I use hair dryers when I'm in hotels for the beard just recently, and essentially it just makes it more curly and more fuzzy and stuff because I don't have straighteners and I don't have a brush. I don't have a dedicated beard brush. I did have a comb, but that was it. You know, that's all I have for my grooming because, you know, I'm not. I don't try to be that masculine, but I'm just a guy. I'm sorry, I only have one comb. I don't have a hairdryer. And when I'm in hotels, I use a hairdryer because it's just easier and faster, you know. Yeah, but I've been told that if you basically comb it while hair drying the beard, it will become straighter. It will lose its fuzziness. It will actually become like a straight beard. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah. but I didn't have a comb, and as you know, as you may know, if you just hair dry your hair without combing it or without brushing it, then essentially it's just gonna end up being a bit more frizzy or something. I don't know. Seriously, I don't own a hairdryer. So yeah, I own a mini hairdryer, but that's only because I was going to use it in a project to actually make it kill, which would have been fun. Yes, beard dandruff is a thing. I believe you. I do believe you. I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing at all. Do you use any kind of beard conditioner? No. I basically have 2-in-1 hair conditioner for my hair, and I just use that on my face. I mean, I've always done that for my entire life. I just noticed that there is some kind of food in my mustache. It was a single crumb. I'm usually very good. I don't normally have crap in my mustache and beard. I like men who like bursting balloons. That's nice. And on that note, I think it is time to leave, because I'm not only do I have to pee, but I'm also thirsty as well now, and I've got a little bit of a headache. I've got a little tiny bit of a headache. I kind of want some cranberry juice. Don't say that, FMF. I was just about to say. So if anybody has one like very very final questions, just say. Does anybody get cravings for like cranberry juice? I do. Do you know? This is a very weird. It's a very weird thing. It's an incredibly weird thing. But I woke up this morning and I was like, I haven't been on a swing, like a kid's playground swing, for years. And I used to fucking love swinging. That was like my whole deal. When I was a little kid, I was the kid on the swing. I used to love swinging. I could do all the tricks. I could jump off the swing and stuff, like really high, and scare my parents and stuff. Where I grew up, there was a playground, and its whole thing was built around these absolutely huge swing sets. They were really tall, like impossibly tall, and that used to be. I just remember it being just absolutely massive, and just when you were swinging on those, you would get really high up, and oh my god, it was amazing. And I would jump off of it, and it would hurt because it would be really high up. It would be like really high up, and yeah. But no, I woke up this morning and I was like, I want to go swinging. Then I remembered I'm an adult. And also, I'm a heavy adult. So essentially, I wouldn't be confident in any kind of swing. So yeah, probably for the best that I don't do that. But yeah, what the hell? What the hell? I also want to go swimming every day as well, but that's a different thing. So yeah. But no, there's just so much innocence in that, isn't there? Just it kind of left me thinking about that all day. I was just like I would love to go back in time and just be that innocent and just enjoy, just having the pleasure of being on a swing would be great. But you can never go back. You can never go back. That's the whole thing of life. It's stupid. Anyway, yes, I love cranberry juice. I love unsweetened. I like unsweetened. Yeah, that is the thing. Is that a UK thing? Essentially, you unless you go to restaurants or a hotel or something, then you basically can't get sweetened cranberry juice in the UK. It's all unsweetened. It's all basically cranberry juice, either from concentrate or from or freshly squeezed, as I like to call it, or whatever. Even ocean spray over here seems to be a lot more tame than anywhere else. And you go to a restaurant or you go to a hotel, and they basically serve it with water. You know, they water it down, or they basically it's sweetened. So it's a weird UK thing, I think. Yeah, I love cranberry blackberry juice is so good. I don't like blackberry juice so much. I feel like it literally is like they've weakened kind of raspberries, or they're basically taken grape juice and just added a tiny bit of spice to it somehow. I don't know. Swinging is fun. It was fun. It was. It's one of those things that, like I said, it's one of those things that I kind of miss. You know. In America, you have to look for unsweetened. It is sweetened by default here. Yeah, you guys love sugar, or sugar substitute. The amount of things that I found in America that are basically not really sugar is amazing. Whereas in the UK, we don't have any other alternative. It is basically sugar. But a lot of stuff doesn't come with sugar because basically sugar's bad. And we figured this out a long time ago. Sugar is bad and expensive. So essentially we're going to put it on in a few things. And we're going to use, you know, we're going to use just sweet food in general that doesn't require added sugar to sell instead a lot of the time. So we never had the whole sugar thing, you know. Wasn't a thing. But then every time I go to America, it's like everything is super sweet, and everything is, and somehow a lot of stuff doesn't have actual sugar in it. You know, it has like fructose in it or something instead. So yeah, it's weird. Like Coke doesn't actually have sugar in it. It has a different kind of sugar. It's still sugar, but it isn't like cane sugar, you know. It's where's the high fructose corn syrup or some whatever it's called. I can't remember what it is, but it's like cola in, you know, Coca-Cola in the US and Coca-Cola in the UK is incredibly different. It just tastes sweeter and richer somehow in the UK, and in America it tastes kind of starchy. It still tastes like Coca-Cola, but it's slightly starchy and it's less sweet somehow. And yet America always complains about how much sugar there is in soda, when over in the UK we don't really complain about it because soda isn't a huge deal, you know. Soda is literally like the third soft drink that you would have, you know. You'd have water, which isn't really a soft drink, but whatever. What we call squash or cordial or juice. Some people call this juice, even though it's not juice. And then it's like maybe soda. You know, Cola is the thing. Oasis is nice. So yeah, I think that might even be called juice. I don't know. It's a juice drink. I don't know. Smoothies are good too. Exactly, Tubbs. It's a lot of sugar substitutes here. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in general, like on Earth. There's a lot of sugar substitutes. So yeah. My favorite cola drink, of course, is Pepsi Max, and I've looked everywhere. Every time I go to the States, I want my Pepsi Max still, and you guys don't have it. You have Diet Coke. You know, I can't even find Diet Pepsi. It's Diet Coke. So yeah, but Pepsi Max doesn't have any sugar. It is just sweetness, and it's super carbonated, so it kind of like makes you forget about the whole sugar thing. But it still tastes great. Okay, I think we've lost everybody, but FMF and Jeffers. So I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna flee, but this has actually helped me feel a little bit better about just randomly crappy feelings I was feeling. Because I've had a really crappy week. Not a shitty one, you know. Like, I've not been attacked personally or things like huge deals happened to me this week, but I've just had lots of tiny bits of bullshit, just like kind of like bullshit bullets. I've just been shot a lot, you know. Somebody just had the bullshit machine gun this week, aimed squarely at me, and it just seemed to be getting to me. So yeah, so I've appreciated this. Anyway, I will see you guys fairly soon. Stretch. But until then, belly rubs and belly salutes. Ow. I got a tiny scratch there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Lighting doesn't really work, but that hurt. Yeah, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow around about the same time on the meadow for another art class. An art class. Stop it. Nothing there. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. I was just going to say, so I'm going to hit the goodbye button after Jeffrey says goodbye. I actually feel a bit cold in here now. That's weird. You're gonna have to say goodbye again, Jeff, because you said bye, Tubbs. As I'm just gonna go. Bye, guys.